Welcome, everyone. This is Ace from Ace Corner Talk. Just wanted to give y'all a good greeting. Glad that y'all can be a part of this broadcast today. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for being supporters of Ace Corner Talk. I want to go into a few things today, and I appreciate those who are taking out their time to be a part of this channel. Thank, I thank those who are just lending me their ear for a minute or so, just so I can be able to go into this build that I want to go into. My first disclaimer is I just want to say this: anybody that um, knows me, they know I start off with trying to uh, set the platform and set the tone. First of all, by giving. So if there's anybody that is in seek of any GED or any high school diploma, contact me at ace.barbertalk@gmail.com, and I will be able to help you in any way possible if you are in the Baltimore area. So please reach out to me. Again, I just want to thank those who have subscribed to this channel, put a thumbs up in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and have liked the content or liked what I'm doing over this way. I'm not in the best of moods today. I got to be honest with you. I'm not in the best of moods today, but I am going to try my best to go forward with what I feel is in my heart. Usually y'all see me high energy and y'all see me geared up, but I'm definitely not in the best of moods today. But I'm still going to go forward with what I have to say. First things first. If I have wronged anybody or said anything out of the way, whether female, male, or you misconstrued what I've said, or if I came off any kind of way, I apologize. I apologize for the fact that I don't want nobody to take me as anything other than I am. And it hurts my feelings and it hurts my pride when I see somebody come at me when I know my intentions are not what they're predicting or what they are putting out there. Because I pride myself on being a good husband. I pride myself on being a good father. I pride myself on these things because I know I work hard at it. For anybody to come at me, I don't care who you are, whether you family, friends, or whatever, for you to come at me and say anything other than that hurts me. I just want that to be known. That hurts me because I know I'm not that individual. So if anybody mistook my voice for being smooth talker or being something other than I am, or want to take that and make it like I'm some type of player or this, let me get this one thing understood. Let me just get this one thing understood. People use those terms, player this, player that, and all that other stuff. They'll use those terms and throw those terms at you. And they'll say all these different little words, but never took the time to really see who the individual is. Now, some days you might catch somebody on the fly and they might not say what you want them to say, but it doesn't make them any less the human being they were before you met them or before you even entertained them. So anybody that says these things, they got to be careful when you start to judge the individual that you're talking to, because you don't know what's behind that individual. When you begin to start saying things about who they are and, oh, you're being a player or you trying to be smooth talking, all that stuff, that in a small way discredits who the individual is. Now, a lot of people not used to me talking in the lower tone. Usually when I'm out and about, I talk low. I really am not no loud person, but when I'm on live stream, I talk a little louder just so the individuals can hear me. But sometimes I might not speak as loud. I might not be real vocal and stuff like that. I'm pretty much a laid back dude. I'm a bull. I'm a Taurus, man. I'm usually laid back, calm, and smooth going. I ain't no player, no pimp, and all that other stuff. But I get accused for just being nice. And okay, maybe I might have said a word or two, But I get accused of all kind of stuff. I get accused of being a nice person and never tried at one time try to solicit anybody, tried to come on to anybody, or tried to do anything other than what I have been doing, which is trying to help my people, to help my sisters, to help my brothers, and to help families. That's all I ever tried to do. And I'm in the balance of whether I should just shut my channel down and continue on living my life, doing my works outside of this YouTube thing. I believe that's where I'm at now. I'm at that point because before I can even get started, I felt like either my family should be there for me, even some friends should be there for me, rallying me and pushing me to do my best. But as it stands, you got people that come against you, you got people that talk about you, and then when your families come against you, that's the hurtful part about it. That's the killer right there. When your own family ain't even in support of you, when they try to pick things out and want to come against you about certain things, that's the worst part. That hurts. When you know your intentions and when you know your mind ain't even on things that they bring up, it's petty to me, but you know, that's just life. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So again, if A says something to you that was out of the way, that was out of the line, I apologize. Because my intentions is not to veer anybody away from what their goals are. My job, my intentions is not to pull nobody out of their comfort zone from who they are. Never been, never will. I mean, it's just not my intentions. And I'm not on here looking for dates. I'm not on this line looking for people to shack up with. I'm not online. I'm married and been happily married. But it seems like, you know, every now and then the devil got to poke his head up and got to try to start stuff and try to make things seem as though as if it's something that it's not. And I guess it's my job to rectify that. I guess it's my job to put that back into its proper place. So I'm going to go forward with what I got to talk about today. Y'all see the title. Y'all know what it is. Remaining strong even though others don't, even though that when others see you, they don't see the good in you. Remaining strong even when others don't see the good in you. Remaining strong, and I'm going to say it one more time, even though others don't see the good in you. Remaining strong even though others don't see the good in you. At the end of the day, you have to be happy with who you are, and you have to be happy with what you do in this life. Because when you lay down, you're going to lay down with your mind, your thoughts, and then when you get up, you're going to get up with your mind, your thoughts, and when you go to wash your face, if you are in the position to wash your face, when you look in the mirror, even if you have a mirror in front of you or you may not, the reflection is going to show you. You got to be happy. You got to be content with where you are in life, but also you got to be in pursuit of trying to do better or trying to reach a higher plateau if you choose to. Not everybody wants to move up in life. Not everybody wants to gain more in life. Some people are just content where they are, believing that that's all they can do. But on the other hand, there's other things you can do in life that you can be in pursuit of to make you a well-established person, to make you more brand, more presentable. Now, me myself, I try to have different things going on in my life so that way I can keep moving forward, so I can keep my mind moving on different things. So I'm just not in one particular spot, or I'm not doing just one particular thing. So I continue to just bombard myself with so many different projects, so many different things to do, because I feel like the challenges in me have to be met by these things. It seems like I can't do my best unless I got some type of pressure against me. I feel like I can't put my all into what I'm doing unless I have some type of adversity or some type of something that's coming against me to force me to do it. That just because that's my makeup and my nature. I'm not lazy, never been. But when it comes to having to use my mind, because I'm a thinker. Some people are not thinkers. Some people, they just go with the narrative, or some people, when they're presented with something, then that's when they begin to think. But me personally, when I think, I'm thinking all day long. I'm thinking when I'm working. I'm thinking when I'm just walking in the market. I'm thinking all day. That's just what I do. So when I am faced with certain things, I begin to put plans into action because I have to do that in order to keep my momentum going, in order to keep myself moving in the right direction that I need to go in. Now, if I don't do that, I'll find myself getting into trouble, and I'll find myself doing things that is not going to be for the best interests of myself at that time. See, I had to learn this in the past when I was out there doing, I might have been doing illegal things, and I find myself going to jail. I find myself not living the life that I should have been living because at the time I didn't understand that I needed more to challenge myself. So I just settled for the lower part of myself, which was, this is how I got to get it by any means necessary. So whether it was selling the drugs or whatever, I did that in order to try to just move forward with that one particular thing. But now as it stands, I understand now I have to have different things in order for me to keep myself challenged in what I want to do in my life. And a lot of people are not going to be on your side. A lot of people are not going to be on your side and agree with you. A lot of people are not going to agree with you wanting to move forward. They're not going to agree with you wanting more in your life. They're not going to agree with the good ideas you have. They're not going to support the good ideas that you have. And that's just the reality of it. That's the reality of where you are. Me, you, your neighbor, cousins, friends, family, that's what it is. That's what it is. They're not going to be happy because you want to move forward. And anytime you begin to start thinking outside the box, thinking that I can do this and be great at it, people are not going to be for you. So you have to dig deep within inside yourself, and you have to say, okay, I have to remain strong, even though you might not see the good in me, even though you might not see that I have a plan in action to arise from my conditions. See, some people want to arise from where they are, but just haven't met any challenges to get them to that particular place to move beyond where they are. That's just facts, and that's reality. I'm thinking logic today. Some people have not met the challenges of where they are. I remember when my daughter was in school, she used to do things and they didn't understand why she would be in a classroom doing other things than where they were in the curriculum. But come to find out, my daughter was beyond where they were. Like, she had superseded where they were with the curriculum. So it was boring to her. So she could not grasp what was being done because she was beyond that level. Do you understand? She was beyond the level of where they were. So it was hard for her to just sit there and endure what the teacher was saying and doing because she was beyond where the teacher was teaching. And it's funny because that's where I feel like I'm at in my life. Where I'm at, I feel like I'm beyond that particular part in my life. I feel like I should be doing something greater. So I'm doing different things so I can fulfill what I feel like needs to be done in my life. And a lot of people might be in that very same predicament or situation where you might feel like where you are in your life, you are well beyond that mentally, emotionally, physically. Because as it stands, when I was in my early 20s, I put out less energy when I was in my lower 20s, when I was in my 20s than I am now in my 30s. I'm putting out more energy to do what I was doing twice as much when I was in my 20s. So now I'm doing what I got to do now strategically because I understand that as you get older, you don't have the same strength. You don't have the same mindset. You don't have all of those things you had when you was younger. That's why the Bible says the race is not given to the swift, even neither the strong. You understand? All of those things work with each other and they coincide with each other. So now it's not only there was a saying about how wise men, how they plan, and how young men they just do what they do. As you get older, you begin to plan your steps very carefully because you understand every step counts. When you're young, you just do things, you're out of control, and you might not even think about the next steps that you need to take because you're not worried about the energy you're putting out to do it, because you're full of energy, full of testosterone, you're full of all of these different things, so you're not worried about the energy you put out. But as you get older, you begin to say, you know what? I know I only got this much in me to get this particular task done, so I have to plan what I'm doing now. I have to plan this particular movement, or I have to plan this particular goal, because as you get older, you just don't have as much energy as you did when you was younger. But not getting off topic, I just wanted to mention that. But remain strong even when others don't see the good in you. When you got something deep down inside, people can't see that. Nobody can see that. The only way that it's manifest is unless somebody begins to prick, or somebody begins to ignite what is in you. That's the only way that is going to be shown on the outside. What's in you is not going to be manifested. That deep thing. Because what happens, you go against your mind, you go against your heart. You have to have something or somebody to prick, somebody to ignite what's in you in order to manifest that thing on the outside. Even when God has things in you that he wants to bring out, he has to use an individual to come mentor you, or an individual to show you the blueprint of how to get it out. Because people, as we begin to mature and as we begin to get understanding about certain things, we don't know. So the things we have in us, they lay dormant because we don't know how to bring it forth. We don't know the steps we need to take. So we might watch somebody on how they do what they do, then that might be what's igniting that thing in you. Or there might be somebody connected to you that knows how to skillfully bring it out of you, and they begin to work on that thing of bringing what's in you and bringing that best out of you. Like Michael Jordan, when he first tried out, don't you know they rejected him from coming into Carolina? When he was in Carolina, he didn't make the first cut. They didn't think he was good enough to make the first cut. But now here it stands that he is and he will go down as one of the greatest basketball players in our history. Not the best, but one of the best. But it had to take somebody to mature, cultivate, work on that thing in him, because no doubt he went through the normal steps of life being undisciplined. He went through the normal steps of life not having the motivation. He went through the normal steps of life like any of us do, of not having that particular thing in him ignited to cultivate the greatness in him. So here we are today. We have to remain strong through this period in time until we meet, or till we get that thing in our mind ignited to push us to our greatness. We have to remain strong. We have to remain resilient. We have to remain in a frame of mind to keep pushing forward, even when somebody doesn't see it in you. Because a lot of times people are not going to see that greatness in you. What they're going to do, if they're not for you, they're going to begin to talk about what you're doing at that time, which will suppress what's deep down inside of you that needs to come out. That's what happens when you got negative people around you, when you got negative family members, when people on your job are negative. When they're negative, that gets into your psyche, which pushes and suppresses what's in you already that needs to come out. It holds it down even further. So instead of somebody, excuse me, motivating you for it to come out, they begin to suppress what's in you to push it down. But in the stillness of the night, in the stillness of a moment, God will send people your way to that has the wisdom enough. Come on, somebody. Y'all got to agree with what I'm saying. Somebody, God will send you with somebody that has the wisdom enough to know where you are in your life, to begin to work on that inner man in you, to help bring it out of you. Some people will stay in that predicament for a length of time before they realize that it's something else that it needs to come out that they can offer to the world. See, people, it's not that everybody do bad things. You understand? Because people say, man, look at him. Look at the predicament he's in. Look at the shape he's in. Why is he doing this? But not knowing all he needed is the right person to begin to work on the inner part of him to bring the best out of him. And depending on where that individual is and who's around him, it might take a long time for it to come out. Because if you don't have the right motivation, if you don't have the right person in your corner, it will stagnate, it will stalemate you moving forward. And that's what happens a lot of the time. People are stalemate and moving forward to the higher plateau of where they need to be. People can't move forward because there's nobody there in their corner to give them that nourishment. See, sometimes you got to love on somebody enough until they get the confidence to step forward. And then at that particular time, there will be somebody to come that's going to give them the right encouragement to move forward in what they feel that needs to be done. And a lot of people might say, I'm going to use one of y'all thoughts right now. Maybe some of y'all thinking this. Well, I didn't have nobody to help me. Maybe not. But I will say this. I believe at some particular time, we all have been presented with the right role model, or we all have been presented with somebody that believed in you at some point. Either it might have been one school teacher out of your growing up, or that one family member that said you was the best singer in the whole family and kept putting you up before the family to sing, or whether it was somebody in your community or neighbor that recognized something in you that nobody else recognized. I know there has been. I know there has been. But sometimes when we're in our lower self, or when we're in our sunken place, we won't see this. We'll turn a blind eye to all of these different things. And then depending on your upbringing or who reared you or brought you up, it might have been a rough upbringing, and then you're not trained to recognize these things. So you carry this on as you get older. But remaining strong, it's a state of mind. It's a state of being. It's who you should be at this time. It's who you need to be in order to keep moving forward, even when people don't see it in you. Even if somebody doesn't recognize it in you, you have to have the state of mind to remain strong through that particular time in your life. You have to remain strong to keep moving forward. You have to remain strong, even when your best supporters that say they support you really haven't put any energy behind supporting you. Because people could say they're in support of you, but I'm going to tell you something. One thing I've learned, when people really say they are in support of you, the best way you will find that out is when it comes to monetary money. Because people are stingy these days, and I'm not asking, I'm just telling you facts of what I know. That's the way I've seen somebody display their in support of you is when they actually gave money. It's because that right there, people are tight when it comes to money, so they don't give money too easily. But when somebody gives and say, I support you, that is the first sign of somebody really supporting you. Because outside of that, lip service is not support to a certain degree. Somebody said, I'm in support of you, but never watched your video. Oh, I'm in support of you, but never pressed the like button. I'm in support of you, but never took the time to understand who you are. So how are you really in support of me when you never watched my videos, when you never pressed the like button, when you never tried to figure out who I am as an individual? See, those things show that you are in support. You never said, hey, bro, here's something to help you along your journey. You might need a new camera, or do you need anything? Here's something to help you out along your journey. Sometimes when you got people in your corner, they'll sit back just to see on the low or deep in their heart. They'll sit back just to see if you're going to fail. On the low, they might say they're for you, but they'll sit back just to watch and see if what you proclaim and profess to be real is going to come to pass. Then when it don't, they'll be the first one to say, well, you tried and you put your best foot forward, but it didn't work out for you. They'll begin to talk like that. They'll begin to talk as if, you're defeated because something didn't work. That lets you know all along it wasn't even for you. But at the end of the day, you have to remain strong through all of that. Because the greatness in you, the greatness in me, and the greatness in the people that have came together to build something, that greatness in you is not going to be applauded by the mass majority, because you're going to have haters. You're going to have people who want to stop you. You're going to have people who are going to by any means necessary, bring down what you're trying to do when it says positive written across it. Some people just don't want you to be on the same plateau as them, because they feel like if you're on the same plateau as them, then that means they haven't worked hard at anything they got, because you got to the same level that they are. But just because we're on the same level and we're working at the same pace, or we have arrived at the same time at a particular journey or goal, does not mean you didn't put the hard work in. It does not mean it's not great what you're doing. It just means that we have like minds and we have moved forward with a certain vision that got us to where we are. And we both put the right amount of energy. Why hate on somebody? Why hate on the individual because they put the time and energy behind what they want to do? Today, like I said before, sometimes this is a discouraging battle. Life is a discouraging battle at times. And I know if I didn't have Christ in my corner, I would have been gave up. I would have been gave up. I would have been relinquished my goals. I would have been gave up. You understand? I would have been gave up with what I tried to do in life. I would have been gave up. But I'm glad. I got God on my side. But I'm glad. Because I would have been gave up this fight. And all the people that talked about me, all the people that tried to bring me down, I would have been gave up. But luckily, I stood in this fight. Luckily, I stood under the test of times. When I should have had people supporting me, they was trying to bring me down. When I was the black sheep of my family, I couldn't get myself together, in and out of jail. I didn't have nobody that was encouraging me to keep moving forward. I had to stand alone. And that's when Christ found me. I didn't find him. He found me when I was at my lowest point and didn't have nobody to help me. Nobody. I can't give the credit to nobody for where I'm at in my life today but Christ. And I know all the haters right now gonna hate that. All of the atheists and all of those who don't believe in God, they're gonna hate that right there, because I gotta give that man credit for where I was in my lower self when I wanted to commit suicide, when I had that gun to my head and the gun jammed. That's real life and facts. When I wanted to end it all, take the coward way out, because I had nobody motivating me to move forward in life, to preach that greatness that I had in me. I had nobody. But at the end of the day, when I look at the Bible, when I read some of them words, I know that Christ was in my heart. I know that he propelled me forward because there was greatness in me. You understand? I know everything I was in pursuit of, it either got damaged by somebody that I let in my corner, it either got propelled or stopped by somebody I let in my corner thinking they had my back. And I stand here today as a testimony for God about what he can do and about who he is. I'm remaining strong even when others don't see that in me. I didn't have the mentor I did have in my life. He went upside down. The mentor that I had in my life, I thought that he was good. I thought that he was the person that was helping me mentally, emotionally, but he fell off the wagon. So I had to continue my journey by myself. Everybody that I had in my corner, and this is just being factual, and this is just being true. Everybody that I ever had in my corner, I can't say at one particular time that I've had any pure person in my life that helped me towards my goals. Not one person. Not one person. All of this had to be self-motivated. And then along the way, had certain people that gave me some jewels or gave me a little something to keep going on. But not at one time was there any purity in my life. Always had something going on. Always had somebody crooked trying to persuade me to do something different other than what I wanted to do, or always was trying to take from me. Here I stand today. Here I stand today as a witness about if you keep moving forward, remaining strong in all that you do, can't nobody stop you. Can't nobody stop you. Can't nobody. Because I know what it took to get here. I know what it took to be in this position, to talk the talk that I talk, to walk the walk that I walk, to be the man that I am, and stand under my square and mean what I say. I know what it took for me to be in this predicament, this situation. I know. I don't have to scam nobody because I work with these two hands and I put them together to get what I want. I don't have to take it. I don't have to rob it. I have to do none of that. I put this mind together to get what I need for myself, my family, and I keep moving forward. That right there, that I put in there, that I have in this heart of mine, that fight, that lion fight that I got inside me, I had to dig down real deep to grab that. I had to dig down real deep to get that one because I didn't have nobody that was there to instill in me. I didn't have father there. Didn't have my father to say, hey, this is how you do it. I didn't have my father like my boys got me. Me dropping jewels in their heart and their mind, motivating them. I didn't have that. And up until the point when I did have a mentor, that only lasts but for a moment. So the rest of it had to be on me. Even in your relationships, in your marriage, when you should be getting encouragement, when you should be getting built up, You don't rely on that mate. You don't rely on that marriage. You don't rely on none of that. You rely on your self-encouragement, even when they're not, because it doesn't mean that y'all going to be on one accord. You would think and you would hope that y'all would be. It doesn't mean that you always will be. Y'all might be bickering and fighting, but do that mean you give up your fight? Does that mean you relinquish the goals and the aspiration that you have? Do you do that? No, you keep moving forward, even though your own companion don't see it. I strive today to be the best that I can be. I strive today to be the strong man that I am. I don't toot my own horn. I just tell you facts. If anybody know that's connected to me in my life, I'm a stand-up dude and always will try to practice to be that. I ain't perfect. Might not do things the way you want me to do it, and I might not say things the way you want me to say it. But I'm going to continue my fight the way I've been continuing my fight and living a life the way I've been continuing to live my life, irregardless of what you say, what kind of input you have to give. Because I do understand this. We only got this life but for a moment. All of y'all that think you got eternity, all of y'all that do what you do the way you do it, and you think that you got forever, sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. You can blink, the next day you gone. Whatever legacy you left behind, whatever you're leaving behind for people to read over your obituary, to read over you while you dead and gone, whatever works you put in and left behind, whatever that is, if you striving for any greatness, reflect back on if you die today, what are they going to read over your obituary? What are they going to say about you as an individual? That's what you need to think about. That will give you the courage to remain strong through all of this, even when people don't see it in you, to remain strong, remain your character, to remain your character being in line, to remain to be upstanding, in and out. When you get attacked, when people attack you because you do good things, when people attack you because they see something in you that they don't have, that they don't even have enough courage and enough fight to work for, they just want to snatch and take from you. Yeah, today was not a good day for me. It was not a good day for me. But even though it's not a good day, I still have to encourage myself. I'm still going to fight through that to get to the next level, to get to the next dimension. And even if I don't make it, even if I die out there today, hopefully somebody will be able to look back on my videos or look back through my life and say, you know what? At least that dude was who he said he was and was consistent with his life. That's all I could ever ask. Out of anything or over anything. That's all I can ask. And I'm going to continue to be the person that I know I am and fight to be that. Because this is a dirty game out here. People are trying to do any and everything to get noticed. They're trying any and everything to get notoriety. And they don't even care if they tarnish their whole reputation to do it. They'll just stoop so low to just get it. And I don't understand why. It's crazy how people are doing this today. And I'm not just talking about YouTube. I'm talking about on the outside. I'm talking about on your job. People are doing every single thing they can so they can be the one out there getting noticed, so they can be the one out front. They're so thirsty out here. It's crazy to me how thirsty people are these days. They'll do things on the internet, on YouTube, on WorldStar, put their babies out there, put fake guns to their head, put themselves in uncompromising positions just to get that 1 minute of notoriety, but not knowing that that 1 minute can last for eternity. And what you do and what you put out there, it will definitely last. You can't retract it back. You can't take it back. It will last. It will last. All of the dirt you do, all of the things you say, that stuff lasts. It can be wiped away. God can forgive. But people will hold that over your head. They will keep it over your head no matter how much you try to do good. They will hold it over your head. Remain strong, even when the others don't see the good in you. Remain strong, even when others don't see the good in you. When we pressing forward, when we're moving forward to obtain that particular when we're moving forward and we're pushing forward to obtain to our when we're trying to obtain our goals, when we're trying to obtain our life's mission, when we're trying to connect, when we're trying to plug in, it's hard. It's very hard because you don't have people that want to share or want to help you. You don't have people that want to help you get in. Okay, I'm sorry, my chat wasn't. No, this is the first time I'm able to see my chat. So I apologize. I didn't know who's in the chat. I'm just actually now my chat is up because there's something wrong with it. So thank you to all of those who are in the chat. Siri Lady, what's up? Duran, what's up? Suicide, what's going on? Shots fired, what's up? All of y'all, peace to you. Glad you're in. Yana D, what's up? What's going on? Before I begin to acknowledge everybody that's in, most of the time when we begin our journey and we say this is a particular thing we want to do, right? We have to first know inside that this is something that can be accomplished. I don't think that we set out our goals to fail. So when we have any particular thought or when we have any particular thing that we want to do, the first thing we do first is we say we can do it. The only thing that really stops that from coming forward is people that plant doubt in you. This the only way that something do not work out is when somebody plants the doubt that it won't work out. Then something inside of you begins to work against you. Because when you say you can do something, something connects with the universe, with and I'm gonna say it like this: whatever you subscribe to, it connects with that. It connects with that God that you subscribe to. It connects with the universe. It connects with the sun, the moon, or whatever. Whatever you subscribe to, it has to connect to something to ignite that in you to believe that it's going to come to pass. It's going to lock, and it's going to be that in your heart to say that it's going to work. The only time that it does not work, and the only time that the tools are not available is when outsides come in to plant the doubt, then to begin to work against you for it coming to pass. Putting roadblocks up from you from not being able to get plugged in when you needed that particular thing to get plugged in to help you move forward. That's the only time that something does not work. That's why I rally and I keep my mind elevated. That's why I keep my mind elevated, and my circle is fairly small. This YouTube thing is introducing me to a lot of good people, and that's helping me to, get out of my comfort zone. But still, I have a high guard because of the things that have happened in the past to me and things that I've been through. My guard is high. So my introduction to people, I'm trying to be more understanding, and I'm trying to be more relatable. I don't want to be standoffish where people cannot relate to me as a human being because of my past, because oftentimes that can happen. You could be in a certain place in your life where people will not understand you and will not understand why you act the way you act. So you'll be more standoffish than you are inviting to them. And sometimes I might give that off. I apologize, but sometimes I might give that off. It's only because of how my life particularly ran its course. And that's why sometimes it's hard for me to be inviting to people when they come, because I don't understand what angle they're coming from. So the relationships I've built, the people I've came in contact, it has been very, very, it's been exciting. It's been charging to me. So I feel decent about it. But my guards still have been high because I know how people can do you when you're trying to be in pursuit of a particular goal in your life. Akeisha Pre, I appreciate you. You said you're a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing to Ace Corner Talk. Thank you for being a part. Suicide, appreciate you, bro, for, you know, helping me, being a good friend. Mentally and emotionally, I'm finding myself being drained a lot of the times. This YouTube thing is very draining, and it takes a lot to get on here, to prepare things, to have to say to people, to help them. It's a lot, and especially then when you got to deal with being under attack. You know, being under attack by people on YouTube that hate to see you move forward, and then being attacked by, you know, everything else on the outside you could think of, and even in you know, keeping your family together and keeping stuff in your family moving forward. Yeah, that stuff, it gets very, 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 very difficult. But as I stand today, I believe that my testimony and what I do is going to supersede all of the rest of the things that are out there and that come against me. Because I pride on trying to do the right thing rather than just do things carelessly without any thought behind it. I'm putting thought behind what I'm doing these days, because if I'm going to be effective in reaching anyone, into helping anybody in the least little bit, I have to do that. I have to. I don't want to be on here long. I just wanted to share something today. Remaining strong, even when others don't see the good in you. Christ had people that were around him and in his corner, but did not believe in him and what he was here to do. You had Judas, who offered him up to Caesar, to the Romans, for money. They offered my Lord up just for some money. Brought the Roman guards right to where he was to seize him. And all it took for the betrayal was money. When they brought Jesus before Caesar, Caesar even had to recognize that Christ, who said who he was. Caesar said, I have to wash my hands with this. I find no fault in the man. Even Caesar had to back away from that. I find no fault in this man. He had to back away. Even one of the disciples, Thomas, who was not there for the resurrection, but got the encounters from the other disciples, he did not believe Jesus was who he was. And he said he was not going to believe who Jesus was until he was able to either touch his hands or stick his finger in his side. That was the only way he was going to believe who he was. So Jesus came and appeared to him and said, here I am. Give me your finger. Put it right here in my side. That was the only way that that Thomas was going to believe who Jesus was, unless he had a physical representation of him there. Some people are not going to believe in you until the finished product is already finished. But what happens when you're in the process? Where are those people that need to believe in you then? Where are the people that need to believe in you in the process, and the making of who you are is in the works? That's when you should have those people in your corner believing in you. When the making of who you are is being established, not when the finished product is finished. If I'm going to become a millionaire, don't be around me when the millions are in my hands. You be around me in the makings of the millions. So when it's time for me to get these millions and I got it in my hand, I could be able to recognize those who are in the building process. And it wouldn't be no doubt what I would do with what I have to help somebody else that been in my corner. Don't come when everything is built and established and looking good to be a part. When you was there from the beginning and didn't support or didn't say you or didn't even encourage or anything. Don't try to be a part then. Be a part in the making of it. In the making of who I am as an individual. Some of y'all even can go back in my videos and see how I progressed up until this point. You're part of the making of who I am. But don't come at the end when you was there and then try to be a part with your support. Because then I should be in the right to be like, you know what, even though you want to support, I don't think I can accept your support. Because when you was there from the beginning, you didn't believe in me and invest anything into me to validate what you see in me. But now that it's finished and you see the finished product, you want to invest in me? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You don't need to touch my side to know that I'm real and to know that I'm doing something good. Just follow the history and the track record. Doubting Thomas, that wasn't even enough. The history of Christ up until that point wasn't even enough for him to believe. It had to take him physically touching his side in his hands to believe who he was. And that's crazy to me. That people won't even believe in you in the making part. But when it's said and done, then they want to grab their bullhorns and champion and rally behind you as if they've been there all along. That's sad. But it's real. And all I say today, you got to remain strong, even when others don't see it in you. You got to. You got to remain strong. You got to remain positive. You got to remain with your head up, because it's a vicious world out here. People don't care nothing about you. They don't care if you succeed. They don't care if you move forward in life. They just do not care anymore. They don't. And that's the facts and the reality behind it. They don't care if you succeed or move forward in life. All they care about is whether you fail or you don't succeed at what you know you got in your heart to do. And don't put God in it. Even if you say God is helping me along, even if you say God gave me this or whatever, they're definitely going to wait to see you fall just because you put God in it. That's the reality of life, people. And as I end this today, I'm not going to be long, just not in a great mood. I just wanted to put something out that somebody can that might be in this particular situation. You might be in this particular situation. You might be feeling the effects of what's taking place. You might be feeling these effects. You might be feeling the strain. Don't you give up. Don't give up. Don't relinquish. Don't let go. Keep moving forward. Even though others don't see it in you. Keep moving forward. Keep pushing through all of that, even though they don't. Even though they don't see it. You got to. What's up, I'm Miss Black Lady? What's up, Logic? What's good with you? What's up, Witty? My chat is acting up, man, real bad. So I'm sorry that my chat just keep going out for some reason. So I'm not able to see everybody. It says unable to connect to chat. So I don't know what's going on. This is the first time I'm experiencing this. So hopefully that everything I'm saying is being brought forward clearly. I just don't know what's going on with this, but people are not going to be, they're not going to be for you. They're not going to be. Because the Bible wouldn't even have said, if God be for you, who can be against you? Why would the Bible say that if there wasn't going to be somebody against you? So even the Bible acknowledged that there are going to be people that are going to come against you. And I'm standing strong today. Even the best of us, we get them blows. Even the best of us get the blows. We get them. We get them. We got to be strong through all of that. Even through all of that, we have to be strong. We have to be. Even through all of that, we have to be strong. We have to be. Because I realize once you begin to move forward with your strength, with your mind, with your heart, you're a target for people out there. You're a target. And I'm finding myself, the more that God bless me and the more that I get increase in my life, that humbles me. That makes me a humble person. That makes me so humble in my life when I find myself, when I know that God has backed me in my pursuit in my life. That makes me so humble. I can't express enough how humble I am when I know for a fact that I have something outside of myself in my corner motivating and pushing me to go forward. That right there in itself is the most, it's a feeling inside that I cannot describe. And I hope that, and I don't know if my thing is recording this right or whatever, but I usually don't have any problems with the internet, but I can't see. So hopefully everything is going on my live right or whatever, who knows, but I'm just going off of the blind. So if it is right, or if you see me, hopefully everything is being received great. I don't know. But when you know for a fact that you have something motivating you and pushing you outside of yourself, that humbles you. That makes you a humble person deep down inside, because you know that nobody else can contribute and take the credit. See, people want to take the credit for making you instead of saying I was a part of his journey. They want to take the credit for making you who you are. And that's a crazy thing about it. When you put the blood, sweat, and tears, yes, you got motivators and people in your corner, but does not mean they should take the credit for who you are. They should be like, hey, look, I was a part of that journey, and I'm glad to see where you are now. Not, I made him, I put him in that predicament, I brought him to the place he is now. That's what people try to do. They try to take that credit for who you are as an individual, instead of saying I was a part of his journey, and now I'm glad to see where he is now. And it's a hard thing out here. It's crazy, because when people try to take credit for what you do, not only are they going to take credit for what you're doing, they're going to try to become you. Okay? Please listen to what I'm telling you. If I never said anything factual, if I never said anything factual on this live stream ever before, or any of these videos, listen to what I'm telling you right now. Please listen to me. When people try to take the credit for what you have done, not only are they trying to take credit, they're trying to become you. Okay? They're trying to become who you are. They want to snatch who you are. They want to embody you. They want to take over your mannerism. They want to take over your talk. They want to take over your walk. They want to take over your thoughts. They want to take everything from you and embody that. That's why people take credit for other people, because they want to embody you. They want to be you on the low. Yeah, you know, I gave him that to get to where he is, you know. I'm the one that gave him that computer. Be careful of them patting you on your back. Be wary of anybody that pats you on your back. You can't trust them. I gave him $1,000, or I gave him $500. Yeah, I made him. People will they will do these things. I might have to shut this thing down, because I don't even know if this stuff working right. This stuff ain't, I don't know if it's going well, but so yeah, people will try to definitely take you. They want to embody you. They want to take you. They want to take your walk, your talk. They want to be you. They want to become you. And it's crazy to me that when I see myself moving forward, every now and then there might be somebody that comes in my life that tries to take from me. But I recognize it. So I nip it in the bud. I have to cut it down before it manifests. Every now and then I can recognize it. Sometimes some things might slip through the cracks, but 9 times out of 10, I recognize when I see somebody trying to ease their way in to take from me rather than to help me build. Every now and then, I'll catch it. And that right there tells me, when you begin to do good, or you're doing something good, you have to be at your best. You have to be aware. You have to be keen. You have to be all of these things, because there are going to be people that comes to try to embody you and take from you. Remain strong even when others don't see the good in you. All right, cool. All right, this thing popped in just now. What's up, Dinsky? All right, cool. Thanks, Pre. You said you hear me fine. All right, sis. Thanks a lot. I didn't know if this thing was even working right. I was just going off of the blind, so hopefully it recorded all of the stuff that I said. Even if it didn't, I guess I was talking to myself. Miss I'm Black Lady, thanks. I'm speaking the truth, no doubt. Appreciate that, sis. Latasha Pope, what's good? Glad to see you in the house. Thank you. You can hear me fine? Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to keep pushing forward for a few more minutes. So I was just I wasn't in my feelings today, other than me feeling some kind of way, like not wearing them on my shoulder. I wasn't lashing out at anybody, but I was in a particular headspace, and I just had to get it out, because I feel that when you're trying to do your best, people will find any and every little thing to pinpoint, try to pick apart, or try to destroy what you're doing. It's crazy to me how people do that, but that's what they do. I don't understand why people choose to do that, but that's what they do. When you're in pursuit of something good, they will pick apart the smallest things. Oh, he pronounced that word wrong. Oh, he spelled that word wrong. Or he did this wrong. Or he did that wrong. They'll find the smallest little minute imperfect things to try to make a case against you, to stop who you are. And it's crazy. Yeah, the chat keeps going in and out on me. And then my thing keeps spinning, so I don't know if it's actually recording me. So, you know, yes, I perceive that everything is being recorded and it's going well. But my chat went out for a good long time, and I couldn't see no words. I couldn't see if he was in there not chatting or who was in there. Then it popped back in, and then I was able to see it, and then it went back out. So it's on now, so I can see Lodge, I can see your comments and things like that now. So peace to everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's in support of Ace Corner Talk. Peace to all of you. Peace. And I'm glad that you're on this platform. Just help strengthening this platform. Thank you so much. I'm in a humble place today, because I'm not no rich guy. I'm not even upper class. I'm middle to lower. But all that I have, I've always been a giver, and I always have extended my arms to people and helping. That's just how I've been. Because when you don't have, it allows you to appreciate when you do have. And I'm very appreciative in the particular place I'm at now, because I know that I didn't get here other than God helping me. And I'm going to state that, and we'll continue to stand on that. I know people don't like for people to say that. Well, what did God do? Well, he just gave me the breath to breathe. He gave me the hands to be able to work. So I contribute that to being God. And people might disagree with that, and that's cool. Because if you're not looking at it from a God aspect of it, you know, then you're not going to see where I'm at. So I try not to go in a battle with that, you know. So I just kind of refrain from that. Even if you don't give God credit, you know, the Bible talks about giving God the credit. So I'll do that. And until otherwise I'm proven wrong, everything that I have seeked and used and gained, scriptures and all of that good stuff from the Bible, it has propelled me to where I'm at now. I'm just a testimony of that. Maybe other people can't say that. I apologize on the behalf of the Bible that you're not where you're at because of the Bible, but I am. And I just thank God that I trusted enough in him, not man, in him enough to believe what he said will come to pass. And it's happening. I had that much in me to believe God over man. And I think the fault that we have is we trust in man before we trust in God. And then when we don't see things come to pass, or we don't see things happening when we think they should happen, then we begin to blame God. Don't blame God for what man told you is to happen. Trust in God with your faith, and then let him establish what will or won't happen. Because if he can talk to that man, why can't he talk to you? If he can talk to the pastor, why can't he talk to you? Now, I do believe pastors are in a certain position to hear certain things, but does not mean God won't talk to you. God will speak to you just like he will speak to the pastor. He will give you revelation or give you something to help you. You're standing right here. You think God won't say something to you to help you along the way? What you think? The pastor got to tell you every single thing? The pastor's for encouragement, to encourage you to keep seeking God, or encouraging you to keep moving forward in God. But does not mean God will not speak to you. So I thank God that I was in a place where I was in my still moment with nobody around me, and he spoke to me. Some people might say, oh, was it a voice, or was it just, believe me, he spoke to me because I acted on it, and now I see the fruits of when I acted when God told me to is coming to pass. So that gave me some reassurance that what I asked for and what he confirmed, it's working together, moving me forward. You feel me? And that's just it. So I'm sorry that people can't get with that because of where they are in their life or where they feel like they are. I'm sorry. I make no apologies for where I know God brought me from and where he's bringing me. I just don't make no apologies for it because I know it was him, not me myself. I didn't have the strength to do anything when I was at my low. It had to take that voice of God to pick me up out of that dirt, out of that muck, out of all of that nonsense I was involved in. So today, I'm a humble person. I feel that my life is moving forward the way it should. I'm happy. The YouTube is an extension. It's just another way to branch out to family, to meet new people, and to help encourage people when I feel like God is putting it in my heart to encourage. That's all. This YouTube thing, if it goes somewhere, or even if it doesn't, it's not going to change who I am. I can't let YouTube change me to somebody that I'm not. This is only me extending my arms to help somebody or to give them some mental help or to give them some encouragement in their heart. When I didn't have that, I wished there was somebody there to do that for me. So thank God there's a YouTube that can give that. It can help. Okay? Thank God there is a YouTube out there that there's a channel out there that can give you some nourishment, can give you something just to help you think a little bit different to move you forward. Truthfully honest, peace. What's good with you? So to have just that much, to have that little bit, in your heart to keep moving forward, I feel like my job is done. I feel like I've helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion for what God has given me in my life and what he has given me in my mind and my heart. I personally, I think once everybody weeds out the good from the bad, once everybody realize what's entertainment and what's for the soul, they'll begin to decipher what is good to let in, because everything you let in is not going to be good for you. Some things you just cannot continue to let in to your heart and your mind. And I will stand on any mountaintop and scream this out. Not everything you let in and not everything you watch is going to be good for the mind and for the heart. Don't you remember when you was young and you watch scary movies and you'll go to sleep and you'll have nightmares about those things that you watched on TV when you was little? That means your mind wasn't in the particular place to mentally handle what you was watching. So it regurgitated itself in your psyche when you was asleep, in your mind. Okay? It regurgitated, it came back into your thoughts while you were asleep. It's because what you was perceiving was not what your mind wasn't comprehending it because of maybe the glory of it, or because of the nature of it, or the content of it. That's why it's user content is advised when there's certain movies, because kids can't deal with certain content because it messes with their psyche. What you think, because we grown, we can handle ourselves, this, that, and the third, that certain things don't bother us? Yes. What certain things people say will bother you. It might go in and it might stay in there, and at another time come out. Doesn't mean that, oh, I'm gonna let it in and let it right out. No, some things you let into your mind will stay there, and it will begin to work negativity in there if it's negative. So that's why I don't subscribe to certain channels. I don't click the likes on certain channels. If you're talking negative, bringing people down, I can't support you on that. I can't. Why can I? How can I support you when you bringing another person down, when all I see you're trying to take their place without putting the work in? So how can I support you? I can't support you if you're trying to take somebody else's place without putting the work in. That's crazy. That's insane. That's insanity. That's insane for me to support somebody that's not going to put the groundwork into building who they are. This is our personality. Your YouTube channel is a reflection of who you are, people. The things you let on, the people you let on, and if they're not, you easily know how to dismiss them and get rid of them if they're not promoting who you are in your brand. But if they disagree with you, y'all learn how to disagree agreeably. Y'all come together, and then even if they're opposed to what you're saying, you still to some point or another, y'all come to an agreement that this particular thing is good for what we're doing, or this is not. But what I am saying is not everything is good to get in your mind and get in your heart, because it will sit up in there. And before you know it, you're lashing out at your boyfriend or your husband because of something somebody said or somebody watched, or you watch something on the page and now you diving on people. All right? You diving and pulling out switchblades because of something somebody said on their chat that wasn't good for your mind and your spirit at that particular time. You got people in chokeholds now, diving on them, because you picked up something from somebody else that was not good for the soul, was not good for your mind and heart. Here you going, choking them out. So I'm very careful about what I support and about who I rally behind, because if it's not giving, if it's not fitting my narrative for where I'm going, why should I allow it to latch on to me? Because it'll just slow down the process of me getting there. It'll slow down that process of me getting to where I need to be. That's all it is. I don't need nobody slowing down me getting to where I need to be. I need somebody, if they're going to be in my corner, motivating me to get there, not slowing me down. And people will hold on to you, and if you go to their channels, if they promoting crazy stuff, okay, that's entertainment stuff, but don't feast on that too long. Don't feast on that, because you'll find yourself becoming that. With what some people doing, you'll find yourself becoming that. You don't want to be what they are. You want to exceed what some other people are doing. I can't be what the next man is being. I gotta stay sight on my goals and what I'm trying to do. And if what they're doing and their narrative fit me and fit what I'm doing, then we're going along for the journey together. But if what you're doing is not fitting the narrative of where I'm at, you're just an entertainment person only. That's all you are. There's nothing else you can do for me but just be entertainment for me. That's it. And I'm not going to engage in it that long, because at the end of the day, it brings down the mental. It'll bring you down. Before you know it, you have no motivation. You have no movement. You have nothing. They have drained you, sucked you dry, and then now you ain't moving forward doing nothing. You don't even know why. So just be careful. Whoever you entertain, whoever you go to be a part of, just be very careful that you don't let them get into your mind and bring you away from what you are trying to do. That's how, and just this is my opinion. So this is just one man's opinion. And I'm just bringing my opinion forward to the people out there, to the chat, whoever else. It's my opinion. So just be careful who you let in your psyche. And be careful who you let put you to sleep. Because at the end of the day, it can corrupt you. It can corrupt you in this heart of yours. It can corrupt you. It can corrupt you. It can pull you back down when you're trying to move forward. You feel me? I'm sorry that people got to be so low-minded, so careless with you as a human being. They don't know how to take proper care because they haven't been trained, nor do they have the wisdom to take the proper care in your affairs. People are seeking counsel from people who do not even have the wisdom to counsel them. Haven't even had enough experience to give them any counsel. And now when they get shipwrecked, they're mad because they're in this particular place and don't even know how they got there. But then you got to trace the steps back to see who was you getting counsel from and who was in your ear giving you that counsel that led you astray, that led you to be shipwrecked. Who was it? Be very careful, because I'm not going to let people in that can't prove the track record of where they've been. If you can't prove the track record of where you've been, then I don't think that you have any validation to take me to where I'm going. That's just what I believe. You don't have any validation to take me to where I'm going. If you've never been in the shoes or never been in any predicaments that I'm faced with or have been through to take me to where I'm going. I'm sorry, people. That's factual. You feel me? That's just factual. That's just factual. I try to speak truth. I try to speak logic. And most of all, I got to be real. If I'm going to be real with anything, I'm going to be real. Real with myself, real with the people that subscribe to me, real with my family, and that's about it. I can't be other than that. I can't live a lie. Living a lie is not going to help me, and it's not going to help what I'm trying to do, because eventually a lie has to be unfolded. A lie has to be broke down at some particular time. And if you're living a lie, you can't live it but for so long, because you're going to make plenty of mistakes trying to uphold your lie. So thank you. Thank you. Those who are subscribed to the channel, thank you. I don't want nobody to be afraid to intertwine with this channel, because my channel, I'm involving different people from different walks of life that have strong minds and that are willing to move the mission forward. Whatever that mission may be. Your mission might not be along the lines of my mission, but you're still in pursuit of helping people of your race and people move forward to having a better life and a better understanding about life. How you bring it to the platform is how you bring it. But if you're along for that, then I'm full support of you. All of those who are subscribed to my channel, all of those who are part of Ace Corner Talk. That's what this is about, and that's what I'm about. I might not make everybody happy. People might not agree with my logic or the way I do things, but at the end of the day, if it's producing results, you can't deny me. Sorry. Sorry, some people don't want to hear that, but you can't deny me. If results are being produced, you cannot deny me. This is Ace, Ace Corner Talk. Glad that you're a part of this chat. Peace to all of those in the chat. I got to prepare myself to go make this bread and butter, to support my family, to do what I do. So, peace to all of y'all out there. Keep your heads up. Remain strong, even when others don't see the good in you. Thank you for stopping by Ace Corner Talk. All of y'all, press the like button. At least let me know you like what was going on. Thank you. Love to everybody. Be safe. Be strong. Be vigilant. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. Don't let things just come in and out of your life, revolving. Keep your eyes open. Your enemy is lurking. He's lurking. Your enemy. He might not be Satan to you. He might be another brother, might be another sister, might be family or whoever, but your enemy's lurking. Because anytime you're moving forward to do something great, they're lurking. So be mindful. Keep your eyes open. And I'll see you in the next appointed time. Love all. Thank you for being a part of my chat and allowing the chat to flourish the way it is. My chat, I nicknamed the chat Ace in the Hole. So y'all my aces in the hole, all right? So those in the chat, y'all the aces in the hole. All right, just something a little cute to throw in there for y'all. So peace, aces in the hole. Give all of y'all credit for being who you are. Subscribe to this channel. All of those who have their own channel, subscribe, support each other. And Suicide, peace to you. Logic, peace to you. My brothers, part of the committee, and the great work that's up to coming. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be a part of y'all lives. And thank you for letting me sharing. Peace. I'm out.